In the depths of human civilization, hidden from the everyday gaze, lie concrete and steel fortresses. These are not palaces, but places of punishment, where society confines its most dangerous elements. These are the most dangerous jails in the world. In this series, we venture into the heart of these institutions, exploring their brutal histories, their infamous inhabitants, and the harsh realities of life behind bars. Prepare yourself, for we are about to enter a world of violence, despair, and the indomitable human spirit. Whether you are a true crime enthusiast, a criminology buff, or simply curious about the darker side of humanity, join me as we journey inside the world's most dangerous jails. Emerging from the frigid waters of San Francisco Bay, Alcatraz Island stands as a monument to incarceration's bygone era. Once a military prison, Alcatraz transformed into a maximum security penitentiary in 1934, housing the most notorious criminals of its time. Among its desolate cells resided gangsters like Al Capone and George Machine Gun Kelly, their infamy echoing through the corridors. The isolation and harsh conditions of Alcatraz were legendary. Every aspect of life was meticulously controlled, from the regimented daily routine to the scant privileges afforded to inmates. Escape seemed an impossible dream, a siren song that lured many to their doom. The icy currents of the bay, the unforgiving concrete walls, and the ever-watchful eyes of the guards formed a seemingly impenetrable barrier. Yet, the annals of Alcatraz whisper tales of daring escape attempts etched into prison lore. In 1962, three men, Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin, vanished from their cells, leaving behind only dummy heads fashioned from soap and hair. Their fate remains shrouded in mystery, a testament to the enduring allure of freedom. Alcatraz, though closed as a penitentiary in 1963, still casts a long shadow. It stands as a stark reminder of a time when punishment meant absolute isolation, a chilling testament to the depths of human resilience in the face of despair. Nestled on the northern shores of San Francisco Bay, San Quentin State Prison looms large, a sprawling complex that has borne witness to decades of California's complex penal history. Established in 1852, San Quentin is the oldest prison in the state, its walls containing a microcosm of societal ills and the often brutal realities of prison life. Within its walls, a volatile mix of gang rivalries, racial tensions, and sheer desperation simmers constantly, erupting in violence that has left an indelible mark on the prison's grim reputation. The infamous 1969 riot, a bloody struggle for control that raged for days, serves as a stark reminder of the ever-present threat of chaos within San Quentin's walls. Despite the ever-present danger, life, in some form, persists. Inmates, hardened by their circumstances, navigate the complex social hierarchy, forming alliances for protection, trading contraband for a semblance of comfort, and clinging to hope in the face of despair. San Quentin has housed a rogues gallery of infamous criminals, from serial killer Charles Manson to cult leader Stanley Tookie Williams. Their stories, etched into the prison's very foundation, offer a glimpse into the darkest recesses of the human psyche. The prison, now grappling with overcrowding and aging infrastructure, stands at a crossroads. It is a stark symbol of the ongoing debate surrounding mass incarceration, criminal justice reform, and the very nature of punishment itself. Chapter 3. La Santé Prison, where hope goes to die. In the heart of Paris, concealed behind imposing walls, lies La Santé Prison, a somber monument to human suffering. Established in 1867, La Santé has borne witness to over a century of incarceration's darkest aspects, its history etched with tales of brutality, despair, and the fragility of the human spirit. Within its cramped, dilapidated cells, inmates endure conditions that defy imagination. Overcrowding is rampant, disease runs rampant, and violence, often meted out by both guards and fellow prisoners, is a constant threat. The prison's oppressive atmosphere, coupled with the psychological toll of confinement, has led to tragically high suicide rates, earning La Santé the grim moniker the Suicide Factory. Despite the horrors that permeate La Santé, glimmers of humanity persist. Prisoners, stripped of their freedoms, find solace in unexpected places, in shared stories whispered through bars, in clandestine acts of kindness, in the enduring power of hope. The prison has housed a diverse range of inmates, from petty criminals to notorious figures like Carlos the Jackal, each leaving their mark on the institution's bleak tapestry. Calls for reform have echoed for decades, demanding humane treatment of prisoners and improved living conditions. La Sante stands as a stark reminder of the human cost of incarceration, a chilling testament to the need for compassion and rehabilitation even within the walls of prison. Chapter 4. Black Dolphin Prison, Russia's Alcatraz. On a desolate stretch of the Kazakhstan steppe, near the border with Russia, stands Black Dolphin Prison, a place where even hope struggles to survive. Named for the Black Dolphin statue sculpted by the prison's first inmates, it is one of the most secure penal colonies in Russia, reserved for the nation's most hardened criminals. Black Dolphin houses terrorists, serial killers, and those deemed irredeemable by the Russian justice system. Life within its walls is one of relentless isolation and control. Prisoners spend 23 hours a day confined to their cells, permitted only a brief 90-minute exercise period in a slightly larger cage. Movement within the prison is tightly controlled. Inmates are shackled, bent at the waist, and escorted by guards who never show their faces, shrouded in balaclavas. The psychological impact of such extreme isolation is profound, a constant battle against despair and the erosion of the human spirit. Black Dolphin's history is shrouded in secrecy, its inner workings largely hidden from the outside world. Yet, glimpses into this hidden world emerge, revealing tales of brutality, psychological manipulation, and the crushing weight of endless confinement. The prison stands as a chilling symbol of Russia's approach to punishment, a stark reminder of the human capacity for both cruelty and resilience in the face of unimaginable hardship. Chapter 5. ADX, Florence, Supermax Isolation. In the high desert of Colorado, surrounded by razor wire fences and gun towers, stands ADX Florence, the most secure Supermax prison in the United States. ADX Florence, also known as the Alcatraz of the Rockies, is reserved for the most dangerous criminals in the federal prison system: terrorists, mob bosses, and those deemed too high risk for even a maximum security facility. Life inside ADX Florence is one of solitary confinement. Inmates spend 23 hours a day alone in their 7 by 12-foot concrete cells. Their only window a narrow slit offering a sliver of sky. Human contact is minimal. Meals are passed through slots in steel doors, and even communication with the outside world is heavily restricted. The prison's design is a testament to sensory deprivation, with soundproof cells and limited views designed to minimize stimulation and prevent any possibility of escape or communication between inmates. ADX Florence houses some of the most infamous criminals in recent history, including Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, and Ramzi Youssef, mastermind of the 1993 World Trade Center bombing. The prison's extreme isolation and control measures have drawn criticism from human rights groups, who argue that such conditions constitute cruel and unusual punishment. ADX. Florence stands as a stark symbol of the ongoing debate over the balance between security and humanity in the treatment of even the most dangerous offenders. Outro: The Price of Punishment. Our journey into the world's most dangerous jails has exposed us to the harsh realities of incarceration, the brutal conditions, the psychological toll, and the enduring human spirit that persists even in the darkest of places. These institutions, often hidden from view, force us to confront uncomfortable truths about our justice systems, the nature of punishment, and the very essence of humanity. While these prisons house those who have committed heinous acts, they also serve as stark reminders of the need for rehabilitation, for compassion, and for a justice system that truly seeks to reform rather than simply punish. The stories we have uncovered, the individuals we have encountered, and the institutions we have explored leave us with more questions than answers. I urge you to delve deeper into these stories, to research the issues, and to engage in meaningful dialogue about the challenges and complexities of criminal justice reform. Only through understanding and empathy can we hope to create a more just and humane world, both inside and outside the walls of prison.